Okay, YouTubers, this is the Angryprepper. So, are these warnings or scare tactics? So, the constant mentioning of a third world war keeps getting mentioned by everyone. NATO, Russia, United States general, everybody keeps talking about the third world war. And in a lot of cases, and in some cases, you have nuclear war being mentioned, which will lead to the third world war, without a doubt. Now, nuclear war, like I said before, guys, it's a stalemate war. Nobody wins. So why does certain countries like Russia keep threatening nuclear weapon use? Now, of course, yesterday or 2 days ago, Putin threatened that if the West, sends troops into Ukraine, that he's going to start, that could lead to a global nuclear war. Not saying that he would start it, just saying that it would lead to that. But then the next day, he test fires a nuclear missile. I guess just to scare more people, because of course the media got a hold of Putin and his empty threat yet again. And then the next day he test fires a nuclear weapon. Now the American public is starting to get nervous. Now politicians are starting to get nervous. And then you undoubtedly have preppers and YouTubers who are doing videos as we speak, or as I speak, talking about how we're all going to die. All right. So, again, guys, when anything comes out of Putin's mouth, I take that as an empty threat. Because the guy has been threatening us for a long time about things we might do could lead to nuclear annihilation. But behind that, you have NATO, the UK, United States generals, and the United States as a whole talking about war and talking about war coming soon. In fact, the United States Army, if I'm not mistaken, got rid of 20,000 or 22,000 positions in the military to further better the military for the next war that's coming. And not the next maybe war, a possible war, the next war that's coming. So there's a trend in everybody stating that there is definitely a war coming. I mean, guys, we all feel that bad feeling in the air, right? And it seemingly gets worse day to day. And when I mean, like, again, when I mean worse, I mean like 1% worse, you just start feeling it. And it's alarming that everybody knows that there's something coming. And a lot of people are saying it's a war. Some people are saying it's a nuclear war. Whatever it is, we all have the same kind of feeling as to what's coming next. Now, some people think there's, they're feeling that it's going to be worse than the war. And there's one side of me, like, there's an event that's going to unfold that's going to have a cascade of bad events happen. Like, it's not going to just be one thing. It's going to be one thing to set off many things. And I think that's what's making a lot of people nervous, at least those of us who are a little more in tune. When it comes to nuclear war and threats and shit like that, that's not what I'm feeling. That's not the negative feeling that I'm getting, right? And so when Putin makes his 1,000 nuclear war threat or whatever it is, I'm like, whatever, dude, the fuck up. Been saying that for years. He's been threatening us with nuclear war or global nuclear war, or how one event could start this event for years. Enough already. Fuck that dude. Now, I'm not nervous. I don't care. I'm not losing sleep over this. I know some people are. Guys, don't be scared. Don't be nervous. Be ready. Now, yes, you can be ready and still be nervous. Absolutely. But I'm not going to get nervous over Putin and his 1,000 empty threats. I'm more nervous about the things we can't see that are coming. The curveballs that we don't see coming. That's what makes me nervous, because that's the one thing that you have to take a split second and think, shit, what are we going to do? And then roll from there. Even if, like, let's say, out of nowhere, they launch a nuclear attack. That's out of nowhere. There's no words being spoken. No one said anything. They just launched the missile. Whatever event's coming, guys, is going to be unexpected. We are not expecting this. So for people to say they know what's coming and that their military contacts are telling them what's coming, they're full of shit. The next event that changes this world forever is going to be unexpected. Now, we are, like I said, been constantly being warned about war, right? Even that doomsday clock moved. And a lot of people are like, my God, are we getting close to war? And I'm wondering if this is just a scare tactic. Is this just something that they're trying to get people more anxious about, more anxiety medication? Because the more you start mentioning war and the threat of war, people get anxiety. And then anxiety medications go up because they go see the doctor. Doctor gives them a prescription. for anxiety medications. I just feel like this is all related to the pharmaceutical company because people are making money over these empty threats. That's why I thought from the beginning that this was like some bullshit going on. And again, I don't side with Ukraine. I definitely don't side with Russia because, fuck both of them. I don't side with anybody who's a part of this gambit that they're running on us because that's what it has to be. Because it doesn't make sense, guys, that a lot of the shit that's going on then starts to fall flat. There's no movement. Everything is just, we're dropping bombs, we're doing this, but we're not making any pathway. There's no ceasefire talk now. There was ceasefire talk with the Israeli-Hamas thing, and then it just stopped because I think Hamas didn't agree to it, or Israel said something stupid again. Whatever it is, it just seems like they want this to ongoing. There is always a path to peace. Always. And when neither side wants to choose that path, there's a problem. Israel doesn't want to choose that path. Hamas doesn't want to choose that path. Iran, Palestine, none of them want to choose that path. They all want constant anger. They want to stay pissed off. They want to stay mad at each other, whatever it is. They don't want to proceed forward to peace. They refuse peace. And this is all countries that are involved in this bullshit over in Israel. Then you got the same thing with Ukraine and Russia. There is a path to peace. Nothing's being said and done. Now, I know that they have their politicians behind the scenes trying to make things happen, but nothing's happening. So to me, it's just that they want to aggravate our nervous system to keep us on medication and to keep us scared because nothing's being done. There's no real threats other than the empty threats that we keep hearing from everyone. That's why I keep saying that what's going to happen next, guys, we're not going to see it coming. And when it happens, it's going to happen so fucking fast, you're going to blink and be like, what the fuck just happened? Where did everything go? Kind of deal, right? It's going to scare the shit out of you. It's going to scare the shit out of everyone, actually. There's not going to be a person who's going to be like. So it's just something to think about that, guys. Don't take this shit too seriously. Take it with a grain of salt. And if something does happen, that is why we prepare. We prepare so if it does happen, we got it locked down and we're good to go. All right, guys. Other than that, this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching.